Hi dearest, how are you all doing? Welcome to the month of October. Now, if you saw the post on community post where I was asking which would you want us to do, first of all, you would see that I'm actually not following the trend. Why? Because in the Ventcraft Academy, I had one of the students there who asked, how can we achieve this particular design? And so I remember that I had done a design recently, quite recent, on this particular one that you saw on the Tom tag, and it actually was brought about by one thing I told you about how to make money, and that's making seamstress around you to know that you can make such. So actually the seamstress called me that she had one of her clients who was sewing an attire with her who needed to make a headband design. She wanted just ordinary bow headband, but she said I should put a unique touch, and that is what I did. So before we get into that, I would like to say a big thank you to all our subscribers, and for those just joining us, you are most welcome to the Ventcraft channel. We hope to say thank you in our next video because we are sure you would click that subscribe button. And everyone, please do ensure you like, comment, and share this video. Okay, so let's get straight into today's video. You would want to pay rapt attention because I'm going to be doing some explanations, then I'm also going to be doing some illustrations. So you need to listen carefully. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get your Aso. We're going to make the base. The bow rather, and the bow, how I made it was I cut 12 inches of the Aso into 4 pieces, and I joined two 12 inches from the top to the bottom to form one long piece. So that's making it the what do you call it, the length, the height of Aso is usually 6, so it made it 12 by 12 inches. Do you understand? So making it a perfect square. So I have 2 of those pieces, and I placed one on top of the other and sewed it, but I left a gap so that I'll be able to turn it, so it's forming like a bag. Okay, now the next thing I did was to cut out the pleat. Now the pleat is 19 by 2 inches, and I cut out 2 pieces and joined it up to down also to make it 19 by it's 19 inches, and I joined it to make it 19 by 6 plus 6, that's 12 inches. Do you understand? To make it long that way. Okay, so okay, I cut it 19 inches as I said, so you now have 19 by 12 because I'm joining it, and then I made pleats with it. Now if you don't know how to make pleats, I will drop the link of a video I've done before on how to pleat a material. I'll drop it in the description of the video. The next thing you want to do is to measure 6 inches of the Aso. All right, and you're going to have 2 pieces. Now that's going to form the handle. So the handle you're going to be attaching at the 2 edges of your pleats. Okay, now once you're done, the next thing you want to do is get your Velcro. That some people call it husband and wife because it clicks on each other. So that's what I got here, and you can see me sewing it on the handle. I sewed it to the full length so that no matter the size of the client's circumference, it would hold. So I'm making use of this fishing line. Okay, you can see the measurement there. All right, so I'm making use of the fishing line so that it's not visible on the other side. Do you understand? So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to sew it all the way around. Okay, so I would keep quiet right now so that you keep watching and learning. But while you keep watching and learning, I'm not keeping quiet again. All right, let me go through it again, what I said. Now you have to cut out 12 inches of Aso into 4 pieces. All right, 4 pieces. You have 4 pieces of 12 inches. You join 112 to 112 to form 12 by 12 inches. Okay, that's a square. So you have 2 of that, which you will now place one on top of the other and sew all the way around. Then you have a space remaining that you can use to turn it, which you will see in the course of this video. The next thing you want to do is cut out 19 inches, okay, of the material. 2 pieces, and then you would join it together to form 19 by 12 inches, and that's what you're going to use to make your pleats. As I said, I'll be dropping the link of the video for you to do. Okay. watching and learning. Okay, so here you have it. So you can clip it like this. Okay, so remember, this is how you're going to be putting it. Okay, I've not done the second side. You're going to be putting this on this other side to clap. So you need to check so that you sew it on the right handle. You don't sew it on the wrong side. Can you see? It's going to go this way. All right. Okay, now this is the one that I told you that I saw that I'm going to use to make the bow. Now I'm looking for, it's on the other side. I'm sure you saw the hole there. So I'm now going to turn it around. Remember, this is your 12 inches that you cut into 4 places. Okay, so I have 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, and I sew the 12 inches to the 12 inches, okay, to form to form a 12 by 12 square. All right, so now I'm going to be turning it around. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I think I've already turned it around before here. Yes. Oh, sorry about that. I've turned it around. I'm just extending the what do you call it, the points, so that it shoots out very well. Now I'm going to take my fishing line and now close up that hole that I used to turn it around. My apologies on that. I wasn't so sure I was going to put up this video. Was I sure? I was, but I couldn't record all the parts. That's the sincere thing. Yes, I was going to put it up, but I couldn't record all the various parts of the video. So that's why I'm explaining. But some parts you would see, the major parts of the designs you're going to see. So just in case you don't know how to do any of the parts that I've explained, please do let me know in the comments of this video so that I will do that part for you. Alright, so I'm sewing it to close up that part because I don't need it opened. It was only opened so that I'll be able to turn it inside out so you don't see the sewing. Now the next thing I'm going to do is do as if I'm making a fan. Okay, that's what I want to use for the bow, but I wanted it to like have all these pleats and all that to make it look kind of unique. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right here, as you see. Okay, and I'm done. Now I need to get the midpoint. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I got the midpoint, but first of all I'm going to get something to hold it down. Okay, I'll take a needle. If you have a pin, you can use that to hold it in the middle so that you get the exact midpoint. If you don't sew the exact midpoint, your bow will not look symmetrical. All right, so that's what I measured the length of the bowl and I bent my measurement tape. This is the way to get it accurately, just in case it's not a normal figure like 10, 15 and all that. It has all those dots. Then you use that bent part to get the midpoint. So you can see that part that is bent. I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to mark it like that. So that's the place I'm going to sew to hold my bow. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm making use of still my fishing line so that just in case anything happens you don't see nothing. All right, so keep watching and learning. Okay, so after you're done with that, next stage of our AsoOke headband design is to get to know the midpoint of your pleat also, because that's where you're going to be sewing the midpoint of the bow to. So I fold it like so. Okay, ensure you straighten it real good like I'm trying to. Okay, it's thick, so you just have to make sure it's straightened very well like so. And then I'm going to use my chalk to mark that point so that I know that's where I'm going to sew it, so that it is symmetrical. Do you understand? It's on top of the head. But if you want it at the side, of course, then you don't need to fold your pleated material into two. You just probably put it on a mannequin head and gauge the point at where you want it to be. All right, initially I was almost sewing this down when I remembered, no, I haven't covered the sewing of the bow, and so I had to stop that and then put it aside, still bending it now so that it doesn't lose the midpoint. I don't want to miss that midpoint, so that it really lands on top of the head. Okay, so then I got the little piece of material that was still left from the AsoOke that I was given by the tailor from her client, and I cut out a little piece from it. So you can see the little piece. I think this should be just like 2 inches, and I'm going to fold it like so that I'll cover the trimmings well and use it to cover up the bow. So keep watching and learning. Okay, so I'm turning it around like so, and I'm going to cut out a little piece from it so that I can sew it together. Okay, then I fold the edges. You know the AsoOke phrase once you cut it, so that's why I'm folding the edges in so that it's not going to fray. Now the remaining piece, I was like, oh, I need to utilize the whole of the AsoOke that was given to me because the client is not going to make use of it. So that's what popped up the other design. So I decided to make fan. I'm sure all of you who did paper fan, can you remember those days in school when you make fan with paper? So I decided to use the whole length that was left to make the fan. So keep watching and learning. So I got the midpoint of the fan, okay, the same way we did the other one, and I used my chalk and the nesting. I started sewing it together to form the fan sort of, or I don't know what, probably we should call it a fan bowl, Abby. What would you call it? Do let me know in the comment section below. Then after that was done, I sewed it on top of that bow we have already made. And after sewing it, I took it to the midpoint. Remember, we had the midpoint of the pleat, and then I started sewing it to the pleats. When you sew it to the pleats on the middle side, you also sew the length of the two bows so that it will stand upright. Keep watching and learning. And once that was done, I decided to test how it is on the mannequin, and it looked so lovely. And that's how I made this lovely Aso Oke headband design. If you enjoy this video, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I would advise that you subscribe to this channel. And if you would want to join in contributing to the success of this channel through your finances, then you can click on the join button beside the subscribe button to join people that are already supporting this channel. And also check out this next video on how I made this other headband design. Thanks.